everybody? Bugging you again, light skinned Dave Walker, and welcome back to Geek and Roundup. And we're going to talk about the recent news about One Piece, which is interesting. We were, I don't know, it's been a while since we talked about the live action One Piece on here, but it's interesting. We finally got the news of who's going to be Ace and who's going to be Bond Play, which a lot of people were wondering, especially that. This kind of confirms season 3 is going to be all Alabasta. So I don't know if you knew this, but Xolo was like rumored for like the longest to be casted as Ace.
Really, I did not know that.
Yes,
That I did not know.
it's so I'm kind of not surprised, but surprised at the same time. And
Shit.
as far as Cole Escola, I don't really know much about them. But I'm sure they're gonna nail Bond Clay.
Yeah. Um, it's funny that Zolo has become like the IP dude. Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
He's become Blue Beetle, and now
yeah,
he's jumping major IPs if you think about it.
that's a big one. Yeah,
You know.
especially being well, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't watched it yet, but he has some relations to Luffy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I don't know how they're gonna address that in this one, as far as
Are we gonna? And also, are we gonna see his crew?
I don't think so.
You don't think
But
we
we
would see his crew
but I
in a
don't know, but
flashback?
no. But we are probably gonna get mention of Blackbeard if we're getting Ace now, because Ace has been the whole thing Ace was doing here in the beginning was looking for Blackbeard for what he did.
Yeah.
Keep your mind. Um like I said, this confirms season 3 is going to be all Alabasta, and then season 2 is going to be lead up to Alabasta, which I'm not sure how they're going to structure it. I forgot how it goes in order. Is it little? No, it's they get Chopper first, and then they go to Little Garden.
I think so. Yeah.
But they might change it around. But
Yeah,
I don't know,
because
man.
they got to fit a lot into in these 2 seasons, and they
Yeah,
did
and
a wonderful job of
yeah.
capturing a lot of stuff in the first season.
Mm-hmm.
That first season, they covered quite a bit, and it didn't seem so what's the word? So not bland, but rushed or just lacking information or backstory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it actually felt like a cohesive story um, rather than oh yeah we're pulling this here. You didn't. It's hard for me to explain,
No, I get what
but
you
you know
mean.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think at that point, so much has happened that they gotta like structurally condense it, especially if they're
Yeah.
doing 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Mm, like I said, I don't really know much about Cole Escola. But it's funny because I did see like a little reel right before jumping on here, and
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, they nailed the cast for this, and it's interesting how people are gonna take this character, especially ones that haven't watched the anime. For those of you that don't know, Bonclay is, if I remember correctly, non-binary.
Yeah.
Um, and you know how that audience is
Mhm.
with certain topics like that, but that Bonclay's a goat. I don't care what anybody says. It's because we're friends. That's why. If you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, man. Like and I think they are filming season 3 back to back with
Back to back
yeah.
with two.
It only makes sense.
Yeah.
And oh, I this is another thing I wanted to talk about. I think me and Ty talked about this, but you weren't around. Or no, I think it was with you. I don't remember, but anyways, if Netflix gets Warner Brothers, we know what's gonna happen there. They want their movie studios,
Yeah.
and that will probably benefit One Piece, the show live action. If that I don't know from the last details of from what I heard, because they declined Paramount's offers twice, and then I think they're still considering Netflix's proposal, but there are other bidders. But if Netflix does get Warner Brothers, they will probably use those movie studios for sure for some One Piece live action.
project.
Yeah.
Could we, like, that's off topic, but it'd be interesting though. It does
I,
help.
I say this because of what happens after Alabasta. For those of you that don't know, we go to the sky. We go to Sky Island, and if if you have a big studio for that, that will probably make it a lot easier to adapt that arc, especially
It
with
would,
the themes and stuff in that specific arc.
and budget wise for effects would be cheaper too,
Exactly.
because they're gonna have to CG Sky Island at some point.
Because remember, the One Piece live action is their most expensive show.
And the sets are practical. They're using practical sets for these things. They actually built the barge that freaking Sanji worked.
It's crazy that they actually built it, bro.
The name escapes me where Sanji worked. The barge,
The Bariate.
Bariate. They actually built that. That's a physical stage. That's a physical thing they built. It's not CG like Marvel likes to do. Here, let's put some boxes here, covered in green, and there's your background.
So okay. So I brought up a video that I'm gonna share right now. That I figured why not? Let's watch it. So this is like heading to the Grand Line. This is like released
the introduction of the Giants, right?
Yeah, and some other stuff. But gonna play it real quick. I'm gonna lower the volume because I know this shit's gonna be loud. All right, here we go.
Season 1 of One Piece ends with the Straw Hats coming together as a crew.
Or their outfits.
And they are ready to go into the Grand Line. One Piece will just be there.
Compared
to Season 1, bringing this massive world to life was a challenge, but I like challenges.
As we head into the Grand Line, the world of One Piece keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yes, that is true. Giants. Whiskey Peak.
Giant stretch of ocean
they built that area there too.
Yeah.
Right there, all that's built.
A brand new island with its own mysteries and surprises and dangers.
And they're filming on location too.
When you were on that set.
It's like you said, there's no green screen. They're out there on location.
Season 2 is about how that chosen family group navigates this very tumultuous odyssey together.
And it definitely looks like they upped the choreography for the fights in this one.
There's Nico.
I'm interested in seeing Smoker.
All the different things that you get to do in one season. So cool.
It's just more fantastical. It's just more grand. Told ya.
Crocus, Giants, Laboon. March 10th. It's crazy how, I don't know if you know this, or you probably do, that the One Piece is taking a break at the end of this year, and they're not coming back until March. It's funny how we're gonna have the live action and the anime come back the same time, which is crazy.
Why not?
I'm excited for this, if I'm being honest. And it's crazy. It's one of those adaptations that when it was first announced, me,
I know
Puff,
you were
and Ty were all wondering. We're all gonna be like, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna, do certain characters, especially when we get to Giants.
Well, you just saw camera angles.
Yeah, kind of like what they did with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, camera angles. It's gonna be camera angles and minimal CGI. They'll film the giant in a certain location and then put them in the background, and then there we go.
I'm also interested in seeing how we see these other devil fruits that are going to come into play. There's Mr. 3, Bon Clay's transformation stuff. Mr. 5. That's 3. That's 3 devil fruits right there off rip. I
What about Smoker?
Smoker, Robin. That's 5 right now. And there's like a couple other Barrel Works members, and I'm just blanking on their names right now. But
Well, don't forget Chopper's also
Crocodile.
Chopper also.
There's like probably double digits in devil fruit users as far as this season goes.
Yeah.
Compared to last season, because it was just Buggy from what I remember. Yeah, it was just Buggy, the only
Buggy and Luffy. And Buggy and Luffy.
Those were the only 2 that were actually, and that it probably explains why the budget's a lot more probably in season 2, with considering the double fruit users like we talked about, and then Laboon like we saw a little bit there in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but taking over Warner Brothers would drop their costs a bit.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, and
it might drop the cost of their channel too, the streaming service.
I will say I don't know. Would you agree with me that the One Piece live action is like one of those phenomenons that everybody that's like some people that never even heard of the show are like loving it and like are intrigued to see more of it?
Oh yeah,
because my mom was one of them. She watched One Piece, didn't know what it was before, loved it. Me and Ty talked about Christian Harloff. He didn't even know what it was. He watched it, he loved it, and I'm seeing so many more reactions to the anime that it's probably due to the live action. If I'm being honest,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. Look at what happened with me. I started watching the anime, gave it a break, saw the live action, I jumped back into the anime.
Yeah, that'll do that for you.
You know? So right now I'm on that break. I'm like, okay, I've seen enough for right now. As soon as that live action's done, while I'm waiting for the next episode. Yeah. Okay, time to watch. But I'm also caught up onto what Netflix has, and I don't want to deal with Crunchyroll all the time. So,
well, I think they. Oh, I forgot about that. They haven't. They don't have everything on there yet.
They do not.
Netflix, get on that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, I understand you guys. I think they have they signed a deal with like something along those lines of like having One Piece on Netflix only, or whatever it was. But y'all gotta put everything on there though.
They got the new season going on.
Egghead, yeah, I know, I saw that, but I'm like, I really didn't scroll through everything, but I know they only have a couple like TV specials on there, but they don't really have all the episodes.
I'll jump on my Netflix right now and I'll tell you.
But I'm interested in seeing Xolo's performance of Ace. If I'm being honest, if he's gonna play the same hothead Ace was,
probably,
because when he played,
that's how we're introduced. Yeah, that's how we're introduced him.
When he played Jaime for Blue Beetle, Jaime was kind of like a laid back kind of person. He wasn't like brash and like hot headed like Ace.
No.
And I think he's there throughout Alabasta throughout the whole thing, if I'm correct. So we might be seeing a lot of him.
Okay.
Or I think he leaves right before the conflict on Alabasta. So he's not going to be involved too much. He'll probably be in like 1 or 2 episodes.
Netflix ends on Whole Cake Island.
Oh shit, you don't have Wano.
And then it jumps all the way to the Egghead arc.
You know, I don't know if it's because they're still they're dubbing Egghead right now. I don't know what's going on with Netflix and Wano.
Yeah. And they have, the Miracle of Winter Cherry Blossom.
Yeah, they have the specials, but only 1 or 2 of them, right?
They have that. They have, what's this one? The Desert Princess and the Pirates.
That's the Alabasta special.
Yeah, they have Strong World. They have Z. They have Red. Yep, that's what they have.
Yeah, there ain't much on there as far as other content.
They had more. They dropped some stuff. They had more previously.
But yeah, I don't know why they're slipping on Wano stuff right now for that.
So yeah.
But the thing is too, I wish Ty was here so we could talk about it more. But I guess we'll save it for the live reaction. I don't know how far they're gonna go with the live action. I really don't. If I'm being honest, I said Marineford, like,
And just end it there.
yeah, I don't know, like, that's
Because
one of
these guys are gonna get older and they're not gonna be looking as young. So you're gonna have to go through a whole recast if you want to continue the story.
it's a lot of questions, honestly. Because when you get about to Marineford, it's just Luffy at that point.
Yeah.
It's not the Straw Hats. I don't know. They could probably go up to Marineford, take a break, like what they did with the anime and the manga, come back and continue from Sabaody to, I guess, Egghead. I don't know, man. It's like there's so many questions as far as where the live action can go.
And like Luffy's gonna be what, 50 when he reaches Whole Cake Island, if they go live.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So
like I would like to see the live action get to that point, but I don't know. Especially, spoiler alert, considering Gear 5 and what it entails.
So,
especially with what's going on right now in the story. Like I don't know how they're gonna translate that to live action.
Or Gear 2. Or Gear 3. Gear 3 he just steams up.
Gear 2 I can see them getting away with. Gear 3 is one of those ones that's kind of like questionable.
He starts glowing and steaming, right? In Gear 3?
No, Gear 2. But if we're being honest, Gear 3, it's just pre-time skip. It's just one body part he could make expand. Post time skip is when he could do multiple limbs, but yeah, that's one of those. Steam Gear 2 is probably going to be no problem. The steam is easy.
Yeah.
The Gear 3, he doesn't use it as much because of the drawback it has. W Xolo. Yeah, I agree. Xolo, that man's career is taking off. And I haven't watched Cobra Kai. Is how good is he in that? Sir, talking to you.
Yeah. What was that? I'm sorry, I had gotten a message. Sorry.
I said, how is Xolo in Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai? He was good. I liked him in Cobra Kai.
Is he a main character in Cobra Kai? Or is
yeah,
he's
the main character. No, he's the main. He's the new Daniel LaRusso.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might give it a watch just for that. I might.
Look, it's the first season's all about pretty much Xolo's character kind of falling. Well, yeah, he does fall for Daniel LaRusso's daughter. All right, but there's a triangle there. You got Johnny Lawrence's kid who's actually dating LaRusso's daughter. So you have that dynamic going, like, oh, this is going on. Plus, it's about LaRusso and Lawrence, trying to get through their shit. The show's about them getting through their shit, growing up, making amends, and then proving that, hey, we could overcome and become and work as a team.
And it
wasn't bad,
right?
5 or 6.
5, damn. Okay.
Yeah, it started on YouTube TV. It started on YouTube.
I remember that, and then Netflix picked it up. And it finished. And the tie-in to the Karate Kid Legends movie wasn't bad. I did watch that Karate Kids one. The most recent one, right?
The one with Jackie Chan. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. It tied up a lot of things, and there was a nice joke at the end, and with a cameo appearance of Johnny Lawrence at the end of the film. So it wasn't bad. It was as good as the other Karate Kids. No, Xolo's not in it, but it was a good bow for me to wrap up the Karate Kid.
I will say he's on a good trajectory so far. Blue Beetle, Cobra Kai, and now this.
Yeah, you know, he's getting better. You know,
and
he's I'm sure he's on other.
he is supposed to return as Jaime in the DCU at some point, which
Yep.
I'm excited to see that.
Yep.
And that's one of those things too. Like when Blue Beetle got announced and Xolo was casted, I'm like, I didn't really know who Xolo was at the time. I watched the Blue Beetle, loved it a lot. I loved Zolo's character, loved his work in that, and
Yeah.
that was my first time ever being introduced to him, and I was like excited to see what he was doing next, and I had no idea he was in Cobra Kai. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's where I got introduced to him.
Let me look up his IMDb. Hold on.
I think he's been in some other stuff, but
He has, but I just can't think of any. Let's see. Let's look it up. Let's look it. Oh, he's in Sakamoto Days? Okay. He's doing anime voice stuff. Okay. He did something with Trippie Redd. Interesting. Parenthood. Don't think I've heard that. Bat Wheels. No. One-on-one with Christian Harloff. That's interesting.
it's
That's on
probably
there.
an interview. Probably an interview.
Yeah, it's interesting that's on there. Let me see. Oops, did not what I want. Nope. Let's go back. Give me his page. Thank you. God damn, this whole workaround. I see this is him from Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Was that his first? Was that his first acting job?
Hold on.
Cobra Kai.
Hold on, my computer's stupid, so I have to do this the other way.
Use your phone.
Exactly. The marketing team for the One Piece live action has been top notch. What other season 2 or season 3 announcements are y'all expecting? Devil May Cry for sure.
Yeah. Alien Earth.
Alien Earth. What else?
They announced Zombies season 2 for that.
That's another one. This cat, I swear. I don't know if you can see her. Hold on.
Huh?
She's making herself comfortable. Cobra. Oh, he was in the Smurfs movie. Interesting. Oh, that's right. He did voice in Invincible.
Who was he in Invincible? I remember he was, but I forgot who he was.
Hold on.
Oh wait, he wasn't he the brother of the girl that can multiply?
I think so.
I think that's who it was.
I think you might be right.
The one that hooked up with Immortal.
Hold on, I'm looking. Because they have everybody on here. Oh, I forgot Mahershala Ali was in that. Xolo. Fight Master. It was the two dudes from the future.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah. So he's doing voice work besides acting too, which is good to add to your resume if we're being honest.
Yeah. Keeps him busy. That's a steady paycheck.
And I think one of you, I thought one of you noticed it was him at the beginning. I think it was me.
I think it was me. I think it was. I think it was me. I was like, I know that voice.
I think if we go back and watch the reaction, you probably did say it, but yeah, it's good. He's doing stuff like this. Like I said, his career is just starting. He's on the up right now.
The one casting I'm looking forward to is David Damakian.
Oh, Mr. 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of those I'm interested in seeing as well. As
I
far
want
as
to see how he
does
how he
that,
portrays Mr. 3.
because he's a character actor. If we're being honest,
And then staying with him being an actor, him as Bison in Street Fighter is kind of.
I forgot about that until you mentioned that right now. Like I will say that Street Fighter cast is just weird all around. But coming back to this, as far as future casting,
Who else needs to be cast
for One Piece? If you go to Skypiea, NL's going to be the interesting one. The Eminem lookalike.
Yeah.
Would be funny if they got Eminem.
He'd have to shave, bro. He'd have to shave.
I don't know. I could see somebody. They might be doing what they're doing now. Get like a whole bunch of unknowns or like people. Actually, I just forgot right now. Katie's Seagal is Dr. Kureha. I forgot about that.
I think they missed the casting on that one, I think.
With Jamie Lee?
Yep. That's my personal opinion.
I know. But they might get Jamie Lee for another role later on down the line. She could be just as a joke. If I don't even know if they'll get to Water 7. The mermaid looking
no,
that's funny.
I don't think she'll be able to do it at that age, at that point.
That would be funny though.
Who would you cast as Boa?
Boa? Ooh, that's a tough one. Because for that one, you have to beauty for sure. And someone who can act too. That's they probably go unknown for a lot of these characters, and like some more known characters like they did with season 2. The most surprising one to me is Joe Manganiello as freaking Crocodile, and he's been eating that up since love it. Joe's such a nerd. He's gonna nail that role. He's probably doing. I think he even talked to Oda and asked Oda, or like was talking to Oda about how he got his missing hand and stuff like that.
Trying to get some information to understand to play the role right.
Yeah.
Smart. That man's a diehard.
Oh yeah, I've seen him explain D&D and stuff like that, so I know.
Yeah, I know. Dude, he has his own. In the basement, he has his own D&D table.
I know.
That's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And the people he has playing along with him, Tom Morello, Vince Vaughn, just to name a couple, you know.
That's a crazy D&D session to go to.
I would love to sit.
Imagine you tell somebody, "Hey guys, I was playing D&D with Joe Manganiello, Crocodile from One Piece, and like some other stars." They're like, "What?
Bullshit! Pictures is not real." Here's me rolling a natural 20 as Joe being the DM. Ha!
Yeah. And ever since he got introduced as Crocodile, he's been saying the most famous line Crocodile has said, and it was in Impel Down: "Sushi burina Mugiwara." He's been saying that every time he talks. Every time he's committed, bro, fully committed. I love it, and I love seeing actors get into their roles like that.
Speaking of him. And this is going to DC in a way. Do you want James Gunn to bring him back as Deathstroke?
Oh fuck yeah! The one F-bomb I'll allow on this live stream. Yes, please.
Because when I saw him take off that helmet,
bro,
at the end, I'm like,
so much potential, especially with what was rumored for that Batfleck movie with him and But you know what? That's neither here or there. I'm glad Magnelo's going to be Crocodile One Piece. That's one of those surprise castings. I was like, okay, I'm down for that.
Him and David are the two most huh?
Yeah, those were the castings that I was like, okay, interesting. Okay, we'll see how this plays out. And then I haven't seen David talk about Mr. 3 as much, but I've seen just Joe just full on just talking about it, embracing it.
I wonder if you know how David has his podcast.
Yes, I've seen some of
I wonder if
some of
he'll
his
ever get
interviews.
Oda on there.
That will be interesting. But they will probably cover Oda's face because Oda doesn't like to be out and known in public like that.
Yeah,
He always likes to hide his face.
yeah. But that's fine. I don't care.
No, I know. It would be interesting to see that happen though, because
Just saying.
you never know when Oda might show up, bro. Because when the first season dropped, he was literally at a screening of people watching the first season, and he was there watching them watch it.
And nobody knew he was there.
Exactly. You're there amongst the go, and you don't even realize.
Bro, if I say like, are you Oda? Are you Oda? Is your name Oda?
Is that kind of racist if I ask you that?
I don't know. I never see what his face looks like. I'm just curious. I'm a big
I've
fan.
seen what he looks like younger, but I don't know what he looks like now. That's the thing. That's why he's done such a good job of hiding his face. I will say though, as far as One Piece content, it's pretty good times right about now, especially with what's going on in the anime, and the manga, the news about the remake, the live action. There's gonna be, and I think
More
there's
games.
more games. That's right. The One Piece card game, which took off like crazy. And it's funny because it's one of those things where maybe 10 years ago, if you brought up One Piece to somebody, they're like, what? But now they're being promoted at freaking football and baseball games. Is like it's getting to that point.
Yeah, you got Banana Ball having them.
And it's also not that far behind of Superman as the most comics sold too. So that's a crazy feat on its own.
All right. I think we're
Dogs are
good.
going crazy.
Yeah. Dogs are going
Yeah,
crazy. I gotta let them out. Yeah, I gotta let them out.
They're like, let me out.
Yeah.
Let me out.
So
Real quick, and for those of you that are do watching, what are your like future, casting for characters in One Piece? Let me know in the comments, and we'll probably leave in like 5 minutes since his dog got to go out and do the business.
Let me go. I'm gonna go ahead now and give me a few. I'll see if anybody has questions,
All right.
and I'll come back.
Okay, that sounds good. Guys, let us know in the comments down below what characters you would like to see casted in One Piece, and how far maybe they will go in One Piece, because like I said, I really don't know how far they would possibly go in the live action. But yeah, let me give me some questions about the One Piece live action, or just the anime or manga in general. What your predictions are for the future of the live action? Are you excited for the remake we're supposed to be getting, which we haven't gotten any news of it as far as recently? It was supposed to come out, I think, this year around the fall time is what they had said. How do you guys feel about One Piece going seasonal, 26 episodes per year? Animation wise, do you guys loving the animation changes throughout the years of One Piece? And that's one of those things that I gotta ask Light Skin when he comes back. Dave, bow. Chicka chicka. Let me see. Where is it? Let me know in the comments, guys. Come on. Questions, concerns about live action or One Piece? Future casting for live action? Who would you like to see casted? Unfortunately, Jim Carrey's not going to be Bongley, but that's okay. He could be something else if he wants to. Let me give it one more minute if nobody's got any comments, statements. I'm going to end the stream. If you guys are new here, welcome. Talking about the live action One Piece, possible future the live action One Piece if they get bought by Warner Brothers, or if Warner Brothers buys no wait, if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, my bad. All right, 30 seconds. And thank you guys for coming through. If you guys came through, appreciate it. I know we're lacking on some of the content right now, but we will get back on it.
And I'm back.
Yeah, nobody had questions while you were gone, so.
Oh, that's a shame.
I was asking, but nobody's like, eh.
It is what it is sometimes.
You're looking crazy. Okay, yeah. It is what it is sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of something. Because it was something Netflix related, but something else. But anyways, I think we might just end the stream here since nobody really came through to talk about this stuff. It's fine. It happens. Daniel, thank you for Daniel, thank you for coming through. I'm curious if they do continue the route of 8 episodes, season 3 and going forward, and how much they condense stuff, because it's a lot of episodes. But
yeah, but they did a good job with season 1. Like I said earlier, they did a good job of condensing so much.
Especially introducing his grandfather so early on in the story.
Mm-hmm. Do we know who Garp is? I forgot. Did we see Garp in the first season?
Yeah, he was the kind of the main. Yeah. Well,
that's right. I forgot. It's been a minute.
No, that's fine. Which I know we might do a rewatch of it. We talked about it at some point of doing a rewatch of it, but yeah, that's one of those things there that I think that was probably the only thing they really changed as far as stuff that happened in the live action, that they introduced Garp way early instead of way later on. But
yeah,
I think that's one of the only major changes, like I said. But they might do some of that in season 2 and 3.
They might have to, because I'm not saying there's a ton of filler, but there's some filler that they could just go ahead and just trim the fat.
Yeah, I agree. They
could trim the fat on a few episodes, on some of the story, and streamline it to fit for live action.
I just thought about this. Are they going to introduce Foxy? You remember Foxy? The slow beam.
Oh yeah.
Afro Luffy. That would be funny if they do that, because people say they hate Foxy, but Foxy's actually canon, which is crazy to think about. But anyways, guys, hope you guys like this. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you're rewatching this, let us know in the comments. Like I said, future casting or concerns you have for the One Piece live action. And as always, before we leave,
Day bow bow. Oh, day bow bow. Oh, yeah. Day bow bow. Day bow bow. Day bow bow.